So I'm starting with New Zealand Grapher, which if you can't find, you can see the address up the top here. And what we need to do is we need to get our table of data that we've made from our own experiment, and we need to paste it in. So I'm going to go paste table, and then I'm going to go to the table of data that we used, our class letters one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight what I want. So I went across and I went down, and then I'm going to go Control C to copy it, and then I'm going to go and I'm going to paste it, Control V, into the table here, and then I must press import. So what I've got now is I've got the data, and this is one person, and they found all the 37 letters when they started at the top. They found 89% of them when they started at the bottom of the passage, and I've worked out the difference in percent success. I've worked out the starting at the top minus the starting at the bottom. Okay, we need to draw an arrows graph. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the paired experiment dot plot and arrows graph. There we go. And then I need to tell it that I want the starting at the top and the starting at the bottom. And I also need to tell it to put on arrows, and I want summaries. Now I like mine to look a little bit darker, so I make it like that. Okay, so that's the arrows diagram. And what you need to do is you need to copy it and then paste it into the document that you're writing on. Okay, so that's the first graph. That's the arrows graph, and I can see some interesting things. I can see that most people seem to be not as good when they started at the top. But this person here, he went from finding 30% of them when he started at the top to finding, in fact it was a girl, 90% of them when she started at the bottom. So she was a bit unusual. Some of the arrows go a different way too, so there's no really clear pattern going on. Okay, second kind of graph that we need to do is a dot plot and box and whisker. And we want to have nothing for variable 2. For variable 1, because it wants to be the difference, it's a box and whisker graph of the differences, we're going to choose difference. So difference for variable 1, dot plot and box and whisker. I've left the summaries ticked because I want them still there. I want box plots. Okay. And once again, I would copy and paste this into my document. Now let's just have a look at this. What we're looking for is we're looking for 75%. So we're looking for 75% to be above 0, which isn't the case, or 75% to be below 0, and that's not the case. So we have to say, actually, there's no good evidence of any difference that our different, starting from the top and starting from the bottom, our different treatments have made. So there has been no effect that we have found between starting from the bottom and starting from the top.